Wallis Simpson wasn't born with the intention of being remembered as the woman who made a king abdicate. She was born like any other girl searching for her place in a world that shows no mercy to the weak and forgives no dissent. She grew up in a society obsessed with appearances and status, where a person's worth was measured by the strength of their name and position. Wallis knew perfectly well that she wasn't one of those born into the limelight, but she possessed something else, an undeniable presence, an intelligence that shone behind a serene smile, and a heart that wasn't afraid to choose. When she entered the aristocratic circles of Europe, it was as if she were walking onto a grand stage without being formally invited. Eyes followed her, whispers trailed her every step. But the encounter that changed the course of her life wasn't outwardly grand or extraordinary, just an introduction, then a long conversation, then glances that became too heavy to ignore. He was a king, but before he was a king, he was a human being who found in her what he hadn't found in gilded palaces or rigid protocols. As time passed, the crown no longer weighed as much on his head as the prospect of losing her. The world wasn't ready for such love. The idea of a king choosing a divorced, American, free-spirited woman was, for many, a breaking of unbreakable rules. And then the decision came. It wasn't just an announcement, it was a quiet earthquake. A king abdicating his throne. An entire empire trembling because one heart had chosen another. But the love that seemed like a personal triumph was also the beginning of a long period of isolation. She wasn't crowned queen, nor was she celebrated as a heroine. Instead, she became a symbol of rebellion in some eyes and scandal in others. She was the guest who wasn't entirely welcome, the wife who had the man, but lost the world. She lived the rest of her life in the shadow of a decision that people never stopped interpreting. Was she worth it all? Was love enough to justify the fall of a crown? Questions that persisted, even after the spotlight faded. As for her, she continued on her path as she had always begun. Quietly, elegantly, and paying a heavy price without complaint. She was never a queen. But she was the woman who made a king choose to be a human being first.